This is Film Focus with Emily Cook.
I'm here at the BBC Blue Room with leading consumer technologist Lindsey, who is an expert in all things high-tech and gadgety. We are surrounded here by the latest technology, including robots, virtual reality, and every smart TV you could possibly imagine. Hello, Lindsey.
Hi, hello, Emily. Great to have you here in Blue Room. It's exciting.
It is.
It's good. Yeah.
So, can you tell me what the Blue Room is in a nutshell?
So, the BBC Blue Room, it's our consumer tech lab for the BBC to show how the landscape of consumer tech is changing and really rapidly and having a massive impact on broadcast. How we're viewing, how we're engaging with content, interacting with it, and just how rapidly that's changing.
We're surrounded by screens and lights. There's movement all the way around us, and I'm not actually sure how many platforms we're currently being broadcast on. Why is the Blue Room so essential?
I think the Blue Room's really, it's the zeitgeist. The world is about consumer tech at the moment. Watching on different devices, wearables, have come into the market and exploded. Teenage viewing habits are changing with apps. So I think it's hugely important at the moment and really relevant to everyone working in broadcast, to how we make films, how we create content for television, and how we engage the future, how we look to captivate and tell amazing stories on all of these platforms that you can see around Blue Room. There's probably over 50 screens in here,
wow,
all with loads and loads of apps on them.
That's quite incredible.
It is incredible. I think I heard a stat recently on YouTube. 1 month alone, there was 6 billion hours of unique content, and that for me,
wow,
it blew my mind. They're all fighting for your attention. You'll see cinemas pushing content direct to your living room. So in a way, it's the battle for the living room, captivating the audience for your films, for your television content. It's exciting. It's a really exciting time, and it changes so rapidly.
How do you see these kinds of technologies affecting our viewing patterns in the next 5 years, the very near future?
All of the kind of big players like Google, Apple are really fighting for all of our attention in whatever way they can, and it will all be connected. It will all be over internet.
Lindsey, you've kindly said you're going to show us around a little bit and show us some of the hot topics within this room.
Great. Let's wander over to our audience area just over here. This is our teenager's bedroom that we've built, and the idea for this is to look at teenage consumption habits and how they're changing and what the impact of that is on all the content that we make. Short form content is becoming a big thing in the world of teenagers. They're viewing through a lot of apps like Snapchat, WhatsApp. YouNow TV is another one where they're going to. So viewing habits are really changing, and it's not. I think there are a couple of things going on. One is teenagers are viewing content within their little window, and that brings really innovative content because it's shorter. It's it could be 7 seconds, it could be 5 seconds, it could be 30 seconds. But there's not. I think there's still the demand for the big screen, the cinema. So they want a couple of things. One is that really quick short form content, and another one is, is that experience of what we were talking about earlier, the great sound and the great pictures.
Thank goodness there's still that need.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the aspects we show in the teenager's bedroom is looking at social media and how that's having an impact on teenagers and how they are the heads down generation. So is it having an impact on attention spans? Is it having an impact on what kind of content you want in terms of the length of content or the genres of content, what lends itself to mobile devices or big screen. So that's another kind of quite a big thing for the teenager's bedroom. This audience is changing. The landscape of that is fascinating, and it'll be fascinating to see what comes within the next 5 years as well.
Absolutely. So what else are we going to look at?
So we've also got, if we just wander over here, we can take a look at 360. So
amazing.
The world of 360 capture, 360 viewing, again, is a hot topic at the moment. And over here we've got various 360 cameras. So how does this one work? So most of them are the same now. So they've got a series of lenses. So you can see that this has got 5 lenses in this. You've got one on the top and then going all the way around the sides. And then you get various software that stitches your material together. And then you've got these other 360 cameras, which are your your periscope type camera.
Can I hold it?
Periscope type lens rather, which is quite heavy. So the idea for this is you would pop that on the end of a DSLR. So not on, like the camera that you're shooting on now. So you'd pop this on the end, and that would shoot 360 content for you.
Incredible.
And then, what else have we got over here?
It's quite compact as well. That's the thing with all these gadgety items. They're very compact. I'm sure in about 5 years' time that will be as thin as a credit card, like the TV.
Yeah, I mean, it will be. You can see trends, and one of the trends with this is that 360 cameras are getting smaller, they're getting better. Then one of the trends this year, I think, will be 360 4K cameras, so stepping up the quality of footage that we're seeing. At the moment, a lot of 360 content that we're seeing, the resolution isn't that great. So I think we'll see a real move to 8K, 4K capture in 360, and that's your ultimate kind of resolution and fantastic picture.
How can 360 capture be used? I mean, theatre performances are a great example, one-offs where they create the world that you then get to experience. I mean, that's an option. Where else does it kind of come into its own?
At the moment, it's lots of tests. So there are lots of tests around. So we've got one here around Calais migrants and some interactive content that you can you're spinning around, you're looking over here, or you're looking in front, behind you, to the sides. So you've got your news kind of genre there, and you've got your drama. I think drama is a little harder because it takes incredible direction and editorial to actually get it right. But it's also something that we've been doing in theatre for years. National theatre, to have a theatre in the round that spins around, so there's already that wanting or demand from viewers, to have that interactive experience. So I think we'll see, in the world of 360, we'll see some really, really inventive, creative, exploratory content, whether it's drama, whether natural history would be amazing. There are certain genres that really lend themselves to that type of technology, to 360 filming. So it will depend on the genre of content. It will be really important and integral to what viewers actually want to watch on 360.
And those opportunities to transport you to somewhere else, that kind of world that you otherwise wouldn't have access to. I mean, that's where it really comes into its own.
Immersive is the pinnacle for all of this, for 360 content, for virtual reality content. The whole purpose of it is to be immersed further into what you're viewing. So as opposed to passive television experience or film experience, it's your lean forward, interactive, you're looking 360, you're reaching out, you're kind of jumping back. And that's what, we've got a series of virtual reality headsets just over here, and that's what that looks at, is the real, the leap from, just 360 where you're watching program content to that interactive, immersive experience.
Can we have a look at them?
Let's do it, yes. Okay. Let's have a look. Over here we've got 3 virtual reality headsets. So starting with the basic, if you like, which is Google Cardboard. So you unwrap it like that, open it like that. You download the Google Cardboard app, you'd pop your phone in.
Do you have to have a particular phone?
No, you don't. So that's the beauty of it. It's not, this is a really zero kind of money device. It's just, it's a piece of cardboard. You pop any phone in it, you download the app, and then you look inside and you can have a look at anything from Strictly Come Dancing to Saturday Night Live to gaming to anything.
So what are you seeing now?
Right now I'm seeing Strictly Come Dancing in 360. So this was a test the BBC did a few months back, and I'm seeing dancers, I'm seeing cameras, I'm seeing lights, I'm on top of a piano. That's pretty incredible. And the idea with it is to give you that view that you wouldn't normally have. So, I wouldn't normally be on top of the piano and, watching Strictly Come Dancing.
It gives you extra access, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
A unique way of looking at things.
It does, yeah, absolutely. So here we've got the Gear VR. So again, you take the front off, you take your phone, you download the, on this one you download the Oculus VR app, pop that in there like that. This you need a specific phone for it.
It's a bit more sturdy as well.
It is a bit more sturdy, and this, so whereas the Google Cardboard is a completely passive device, this one is slightly more, not technical, but you've got a touch sidebar here where you can command different actions within the content you're watching. So if I put that on, tap the touchpad, and I'm in a world of content now. So I'm just going to tap the sidebar here. go into Cirque du Soleil and I'm immersed into a world of 360 theatre.
May I have a go?
And it's incredible, of course.
I can't
Please
miss
do.
the opportunity.
Please do. Let me just go into it for a reel, so it's a bit...
Go into it for real. I feel like you're going to disappear in a minute. Oh,
There we go, you're
sounds
immersed.
exciting.
You're immersed into
There's
360
audio as well.
theatre.
Hopefully it's not something scary. Oh, my word. So there's a whole load of people waving at me. This is very bizarre because I'm aware that you're about a foot away from me, but I'm in a theatre and there's a chair. Somebody's just brought a chair over to me over here, and two people are coming from the distance, and there are some people doing acrobatics in the air, coming down on a rope. This is incredible. But I'm also aware that I'm standing in the blue room. I hope I am.
I didn't want to say anything because it's great when if you don't speak when someone else has got it on, it's really good. You get further immersed. But if you speak, you're also aware that you're in the room. But it is, I mean,
that is incredible. That is really amazing experience. How is this one different?
Oculus is the one that you need. Powerful PC, which we've got just behind here. So what can I see? So there's a really large whale just there, right in front of me. I'm not referring to either of you, I promise. And this fish, if I reach out, I feel like I'm touching the fish, and it's an amazing experience. Just, you know, I'm totally immersed underwater, and there's a giant kind of whale swimming around me. So there are 3 virtual reality headsets, and there are loads out there. They're all different. It's a time for exploring all of these devices and creating content for them.
And when can we expect these to be affordable in our own homes?
Like anything, you've got your kind of your entry point right up to your high-end devices. So people like Oculus and HTC, they'll be your kind of higher end. So you've got both ends of the spectrum there if you want to check out immersive content on them.
For those who are listening and have been inspired by what we've discovered today here in the Blue Room, how would you suggest they go about getting involved in this world of technology and gadgets?
For me, it's about passion. So it's about pick a focus area. So it's great to have a focus area that you're really passionate about. You know, you can see that when you talk to someone, you can tell that they're enthusiastic and they really believe in it. So it would be a little bit of being in the right place at the right time, of picking a focus area and just doing things a bit left field as well, like contacting people in different ways and connecting with people you want to work with or create content with. I'm a massive believer in the person, and if you shine that light, someone will notice it.
Do you think it's more of a challenge being a woman getting into this industry, or do you think that hasn't played a part?
I do think it's a challenge being a woman in this industry sometimes. I mean, it's still very, very male dominated. You know, I find myself sitting around tables of 10 guys and it's me in the room talking about technology. So it's still very dominated by males in the industry. I don't see it as a barrier. If you're passionate about something, then just go for it and do it. And there's masses of room for women in technology. You know, it's about passion.
Breaking down that stereotype though, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. In an ideal world, it would just be anyone in technology. We wouldn't have to have conversations about we need more women in technology, we need more coders. There are loads of people kind of paving the way. You know, all the women in tech groups are fantastic for kind of empowering and strengthening and giving confidence to women to be in this world and you know, really stand up and present, to talk, to learn about technology and share their learnings with other people.
With there being so much connected media and it coming to our own living rooms, do you still feel there's a place for the cinema experience?
I still think there's a massive place for the cinema experience. With all of this technology, there can be a move away from quality. So I think there's a couple of things going on. One is how we buy televisions. I think we used to buy televisions by picture. So you'd go for, say, plasma, LED, LCD. There's been a slight shift into what apps. Okay, so I want iPlayer sitting next to Netflix, sitting next to BBC Sport. So I'm going to buy this device based on that. And with that, so TVs have got a lot thinner. So I think the thinnest one I've seen is like a credit card size. You know,
really?
It was bonkers. So TVs have got a thinner, which brings in the whole sound quality thing. So there's nothing better than going to the movies and experiencing an amazing film, amazing sound, great 4K pictures, ultra high definition, or 8K, heaven forbid, which I think Japan and people like that have already moved on to.
Wow.
The cinematic experience is one that's really still cherished and epic. You know, we love the movies. We love the
I have to agree with you. I really hope that endures and we don't lose that, because it's very important.
So if you'd like to connect with Blue Room, which we would love you all to, our Twitter handle is @BBC Blue Room. When people send a tweet to us, we've got a connected area in Blue Room. So we call it our things area. And we've got a light bulb that is a Wi-Fi enabled light bulb. And whenever you send a tweet to us, that light bulb flashes pink. So it'll make our day.
Thank you so much for having us round and showing us all of this technology here and talking about the future of TV, film, broadcast, gadgets, new media. There's just so much that we've covered. Fascinating. Thank you so much for joining us. I've really enjoyed looking around here and there's so much to look at. It's been great. Thank you.
Very welcome indeed, anytime.
We'll be back.
Good.
Thanks for listening to Film Focus with Emily Cook. Happy movie going!